Alright guys, what is going on? It's Blaze Lesser 101 here. Today, I'm doing... Alright guys, what is going on? Now I am covering the top 2 supports for Smite. So, basically, what I'm going to do is just show you guys the top 2 supports. I'll tell you guys what their abilities do, and tell you why I think they should be in the top 2. So the first is Sobek. Sobek, the God of the Nile. All of his abilities do tons of damage. He is just a nasty god overall. He basically does all your health while sustaining at the same time. He is a heal, a knockback, a stun, a pull. Well, actually, the pull is what I meant by the stun. But his ult is a slow, and it does tons of damage. Sylvanas is the other one. He just does a lot of damage too. He heals the sustain. That's really good in his support. The pull really sets it up. Like, it really sets it up. And then his ultimate, poisons, it just does so much damage. Like, it's Sylvanas and Sobek. I just think they deserve to be some of the best Guardians. Well, not the best, but some of the best Guardians. 2 of the best Guardians in Smite at this moment. Now, they could get changed. Highly doubt it, because neither one of them are OP. If played correctly, they're just really good. So, you can read all of Sobek's abilities here, while I'm scrolling through them. And then, in a second, I'll go to Sylvanas' abilities, so you can read those too. So all of Sylvanas' abilities are just so good. They're all just really good. Like, his passive is so stupid. Getting rooted by a Sylvanas, there's no worse feeling than getting rooted by a Sylvanas and then dying because of it. Like, this giant tree guy just murdered me. No, you died because you didn't juke the basic attack. Plus, his basic attacks are AoEs, so they're even easier to hit. But it's just, I don't know, something about getting beat by a tree. Yeah, so you can read over all of his abilities here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, now I'm going over the top 2 carries in Smite, Season 4. Alright, so, the first carry I think we need to mention is Carnunos. Yep, guys, he's OP, but he's still good. He basically has a built-in Fatalis, or not Fatalis, Frostbound. That'd be stupid if he had a built-in Fatalis. He has a built-in Frostbound in his kit. He has built-in Lifesteal, which is great for sustain, especially early game. He has a root that's also tick damage. He has a dash that does tons of damage for some reason. You can read over the abilities while I'm talking about him. Heavy Glaive is passive. Basically, I mean, early game it works because you won't have crit or like kins or anything, and that just helps him out early game. Overall, he's just a really solid god, OP or not. I mean, he's really solid. You can't argue with that at all. The reason he's ranked number 2, though, is because there is a god that I think can do it better than him, with some items, but I think he would beat Carnunos in a boxing match. I mean, I still think that the other god ahead of him is better because of certain reasons, and I'll explain them then. Alright guys, so the next god I'm going to be talking about for the number 1 ADC in all of Smite Season 4 is Rom. So Rom has a steroid in his kit, a really strong attack speed steroid. Late game, max level, it's 50%. And the passive on that same ability makes him drop astral arrows, which get his number 1 filled faster. His number 1 is a buff. It literally just makes him do a lot of damage. And it's a slow. So, nice CC there. So, does tons of damage. Late game, it adds 55 damage. Plus 10% of your physical power. I'm pretty sure it was 10. 1 second, let me go back. Yeah. No, it just does 55. Okay. Yeah, 55. 55 damage is still really good. Plus those shots can crit and stuff. Okay. Pick me up. Really? Okay. 50% attack speed. That's the ability I was talking about. And a 50% drop of an astral arrow. And the steroid lasts for 5 seconds. It costs 100 mana, sure, but late game that's nothing. Alright, his next ability is Dash, Rolling Assault. So, it's basically like Thos Dash. You can dash in any direction, just the way you're moving. Really good because of that. He can dash backwards. And after that, he gets an arrow. It consumes an astral arrow, but it's a cripple. And it does bonus damage. It can do 100 bonus damage. And the cripple duration can be 2 seconds. Astral Barrage, his ultimate. This is why he's better than Cornunos. He can tower dive without actually going into a tower. He can do huge damage from really far away. And his ultimate's on a 90-second cooldown. That's not a huge cooldown. Plus, he can shoot through walls with his Astral Strike. I just think he has a lot more chase potential. And I just think he's better than Cornunos. In some ways, Cornunos is still better, but I think Rom is better than Cornunos.
You have my trust. Assemble. You have my trust. Rom.
Lone Wolf, reporting for duty.
Alright guys, we're back going over the top 2 mages in all of Smite. So, I think the top 2 mages in all of Smite, well, not even mages, mid laners. Sorry, they're usually mages, and I think the top 2 are mages. So, there are good options, but I think one of the best mid laners in Smite is going to be Zhong Kui. Okay, Zhong Kui is a tanky mage, kind of like Hades. He's a tanky mage. His passive makes him super tanky. He does so much damage. He has a tick damage. He has a stun. I'm pretty sure he has a slow. Yeah, there's the tick damage. It does a lot of tick damage, actually. 60 plus 15% of your magical power. And it's a slow for 20%. And his abilities build off that. So it does more damage if they're there. It has the heal. And Book of Demons, super good ability. That's the stun. It does a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It does when they're marked. It stuns for 1.8 seconds, which is pretty cool. Recall Demons is ultimate. It does a lot of damage. It does damage over time. And as long as they're near you, they will be taking a lot of damage. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. 140 plus 20% of your magical power. They take more than that, but it's over time, like I said. He doesn't say that there. I don't know. Demon Bag? Yeah, he has the potential to get 20% or 20 protections of each. Yeah, that's one reason I think Zhong Kui should be one of the best mages in Smite. He's not played very much, though, and I don't know why. He's really good. Alright, now, number 1 is Hades. Hades is just in a really good spot right now with his buff. and pretty much everything else. I mean, death from below is 1. It's a leap, but you go underground. It applies blight, his passive, that is 3 builds off of. It does so much damage. The dash itself does so much damage. Shroud of Darkness, the dash itself does tons of damage. It does like 260 plus 15% of your magic. No, not 15. It's like 60% of your magical power. Shroud of Darkness is just a silence, and if they're blighted, they're taunted or they're feared. That is his huge damaging ability, and he heals off it, and he can heal off of any amount of targets. That's why he's so broken right now. Pillar of Agony, you stand there, get 100 protections, then they lose 30 protections, and you just deal tons of damage to them. Hades is, and you can build him really tanky too. But, I mean, you don't have to, you just get in there and kill him, and you don't have to be tanky, right? Alright, on to the next one. Alright guys, so now we have the top 2 junglers or assassins in Smite. So currently, I think the top 2 are ones that can do a lot of damage early game and late game. I think that they have to be able to get in or get out really fast, and those are most of the reasons I picked these 2. So, number 1 is Arachne. Arachne's ultimate can get her in and out of situations really fast. Her 1 and her 2 early game just destroy people. It is really just insane. It's stupid. And they give you life steals, so you can basically heal off of that. It's really dumb. It's 150 plus 30% of your magical power is the initial damage. That's dumb. Cocoon, Arachne, Sibel's, yeah, it's a stun. It's a stun if you hit 3 auto attacks. Yeah, okay. That is super simple ability. Hit 3 auto attacks, get a stun, get attack speed. All good. Yeah, so, and then her third ability, the web ability, it literally just throws out spiders at you. She runs faster on the web, and her spiders deal tons of damage. Yeah, that is literally it. That is all of it. Every little last bit of that stupid ability. Plus you get, it's 40% movement speed. And it's slow. Yeah, 6 seconds slow. And you get 2 little spiders that go after him. Pretty cool, yeah. Her ult, literally just run at him with your ult. Unless you're low, then get out with it, but it's a CC immune. Run at him, does a lot of damage on landing. Kind of just wrecks him in the face. But it's stupid. It's really dumb. Yeah, that is Arachne. Stupid and good early and late game. Alright, on to the next one. Oh yeah, and her passive. Her passive literally just gives her power. I know, great passive, right? Alright, next top jungler in Smite is probably going to be Thor. Thor's abilities chunk early and late game. He has a global ultimate so he can just run in and kill somebody. And this ultimate is a stun. So, you literally, you run in, you stun him, you do a lot of damage to him. Hit Berserker's Barrage is a stupid ability. All of his abilities just do tons of damage and it's really good. Mjolnir's Attunement, it's an escape, it's a teleport. You throw the hammer, you teleport to it pretty good. If you hit a minion, it does half the damage coming back. If you hit a god, it does double the damage coming back. Pretty great, good poke. Yeah, it does 210 plus 30% of your physical power. Yeah, Thor's the one. Stupid. Tectonic Rift. Yeah, that's a wall that even your allies can't pass through and it's a stun. Berserker Barrage. Tick damage that does 100 plus 45% of your physical power for 2 seconds. Yeah. Anvil of Dawn. Another stun. You plop down on someone, dealing 350 plus 120% of your physical power. and Warrior's Madness. Why you can build defense on him in the beginning is because of this. And why you can see people coming around your jungle buffs. Because you can literally see them on your passive meter. He gets 10 magical. He gets 10 physical power for every enemy god around him. Stacks up to 3 times. It's a really good passive for early game. And on to the next one. Alright guys, this is the last one. The best solo laners in Smite. Alright, so I'm giving the top 2. And of course, all of these are in my opinion. So, I think that for sure, Bellona is one of the top 2. Because she has so many things that do damage. Okay, her shield slam is a slow, a reflect, and it does 240 plus 40% of your physical power. Plus you change stances to the shield stance, where you get just tons of stuff. 35% slow for 2 seconds, yeah, that's not crazy at all. Bludgeon, look at all the damage. Don't even look at the numbers, just look at spin damage, and slam damage increase. You don't even need to look at the numbers, that's just dumb. Plus it's an AoE when you attack. It's stupid. It's just a really great ability. And that is how she clears wave and gets her opponents out of lane. She can just bully you out of lane so easy with that. Scourge, every 3rd attack is a lifesteal. And then it does tons of damage. It's your wave clear, other than your bludgeon. Eagle's Rally, it's a huge buff. 500 damage, 50% of your physical power. 35 protections, 50 power. And it lasts for 10 seconds. It's in an area, but still. She can just bully you out of lane so easy. And that ults up so often. Master of War, yeah, giving or receiving basic attacks, she gets 4 protections per stack and 3% movement speed per stack, max 5. 15% movement speed and 20 protections, yeah, you can't really refuse that. That's kind of just too good of an opportunity not to take. So just get in those basic attacks when you can in a fight. Yeah, so that's Bellona. The other one is definitely going to be Osiris. I forgot to click on Osiris. Osiris, yeah. I think Osiris just has huge bully potential in lane. His teamfight potential isn't as good as Bellona's, but all of his abilities do tons of damage. His 3 is really good for team fights. His ultimate, if you can get multiple gods with that, it's nasty. But his 1 is a slow. His 2 increases the slow and gives him move speed. And they both do tons of damage, I mean, honestly. His 3 is a stun and a damage reduction for him. And if you can get their whole team in that, that's insane. And then Lord of the Afterlife, his ultimate, oh my gosh. Alright, whatever, I'll just tell you about the ability. His ultimate basically rips their soul out. You can read the other abilities too, but his ultimate basically rips their soul out. And they take tons of damage. Healing is reduced to 0, and you automatically get your passive fragmented. Yeah. And they're also rooted for 0.4 seconds. Yeah, but you get no movement penalty on your basic attacks when you're fragmented, and you get to walk through gods and god-made things. Yeah, it's pretty great. Plus, he just got some new skins recently, so, I mean, you could pick him up and play him, but he still doesn't have very many skins for, like, buying. You have to get them through events and stuff, and chests, but, I mean, yeah, plus you get damage mitigation, 2% per missing fragment, so that's 16, and 1% per missing fragment for magical, that's 8. He's just dumb. He's just really good. If you build him attacks, if you get a Kins on him, and you can go the rest boots and defense, he'll still do tons of damage. He's a great solo laner. He's good with Death Toll. He's good with Death Toll. So he can have good sustain. Like that is how you that is it. That's all I need to do. Noble Knight and Black Knight, yeah, those are the new skins. I like those skins. I don't know which one I like better. But yeah, that is Osiris.